You ever peeled an orange by hand?
Yes, many times.
This morning, I watched 3 videos on how to peel an orange by hand because it's always a mess.
Why?
Because you always peel an orange by hand, it's a mess.
What are you doing? You're just like squeezing it.
No, because you get in and then it's hard to do. So I watched 3 videos, roll it round, do this, do that. Still a mess. Then I had a bite of it. It was absolutely disgusting. Fruit is a risk. Always, now and forever.
Good morning, everyone. It's the news here with Adam. I can't eat an orange Cleary, or Clementine Cleary, as he'll now be known.
Swing and a miss.
And your big bold bad boy Jules here on the main channel. That can mean only one thing. It's time for a jingle.
News is here and we're feeling weary. Time for Jules and it's time for Cleary.
That's right. So hit us up with that fresh news fact. What's going on today?
Well, do you know how Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead said for the entire time, we'll never do a crossover?
Yeah, they
What do you take us for? Frasier, we're not doing a crossover.
They said specifically those 2 franchises were going to be kept separate. One was going to be the prequel, one was going to be the main show, and that was it. They were going to be completely different stories. So I hope that the news you're going to tell me is...
I'm just going to check you're sitting... Yes, can confirm you're sitting down. They are doing a crossover between The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead.
Is this possibly because the ratings aren't doing too well?
Would like to speculate.
Okay.
It could be.
Right, okay, so there was an image that came out on Twitter, wasn't there, that had the sort of like the crop things.
Don't get excited. When we're saying image came out on Twitter, it wasn't like some amazing like behind the scenes thing.
No.
It was just a poster for The Walking Dead and a poster for Fear the Walking Dead that had been feathered at the edges and slightly re-angled, so you could tell it was 2 posters.
All I'll say is that somebody took at least minutes on Photoshop to make that.
I think if that's your job at AMC, you could definitely have stretched out the afternoon over it. I'm just conceptualising it. I just need to see this is what I want with it.
Yeah, but the best thing is that if you read it, it says Fear the Walking Dead, the Walking, and they're just like.
And if you look closely, the one on the left is a slightly different type of sepia to the one on the right, so you know it's 2 different. We're crapping all over this. It should be quite exciting. Obviously, Fear the Walking Dead finishes next week.
Yeah.
And The Walking Dead starts 22nd week after.
Further on.
And in season 8, the thing is they've not given any details about this. They've just sort of admitted we're going to do a crossover.
Yeah, so we have no idea wwhether or not it's going to be that the end of this season's going to lead into this one, or if it's going to be a future tie-in down the line.
Should I give you the exact quote and you can unpick it as you wish?
Please do.
Kirkman, our boy Kirkman, says, "There is one character that is going to go from one show that I will not name to another show that I will not name." Now, I think by that he means he's not going to tell you which way around it is. You know what the 2 shows are.
Yeah. It's going to be from House to Scrubs or something like that. Like
it's not lupus, it's a zombie. This is a huge. This is a huge event in the world of The Walking Dead. He added of the crossover expected to occur in the next year.
Okay, expected to occur in the next year. So
yes.
It doesn't mean that it has to be this coming season. It can be the end of it. Okay, right. So, I guess the question is, who do we think it's going to be?
Well, before we start getting into who it's going to be,
Sure.
there's practical implications for this because it's the prequel, so it's in the past.
Yes.
And it's set in LA, which is
the exact opposite side of
the
America.
country.
Yeah.
I actually looked this up because you know how I like bringing the daft stat to the news.
Yes. Yeah.
LA to Georgia, right, is a 33-hour drive.
Oh, that.
That's 2,314 miles. If you walk, let's say, Jules, me and you were in LA, and we said, you know what, we have to get to Georgia, but we don't have a car. Let's walk 8 hours a day every day. Do you know how long it takes us to get to LA?
No, I don't. How long?
It takes us 3 full months.
Okay. Are you leading this up to a pun about being dead walking for The Walking Dead?
No.
Right, okay, good. I'll jump on that
puns.
Then.
We got him.
I'll jump on
even
that.
if they're rubbish. Yeah, so people start to spec because, like, if you're going to do it that way, given it's in the past, it's in a different part of the country.
Yeah.
It's you can't just have somebody like walk through the set and be like,
no.
"Oh, hello."
I mean, that would be hilarious though. Just kind of like, who are you? Oh, I'm not relevant anymore.
That sounds fascinating. So it could be somebody who's dead. It could be somebody who disappeared.
Yeah.
We asked our resident Walking Dead expert, James Hunt, who you may know as being our resident Game of Thrones expert, James Hunt.
Basically, he watches a lot of TV.
A TV editor, funny enough. He's not just a dog. He reckons Morales from season 1. Do you remember Morales from season 1?
Well, I actually had to see a picture of him to remind me who it was.
4 episodes he was in, and then
he just disappeared.
Yeah. His status is unknown, was never confirmed dead.
Because it was, and that to me just seems like a lazy way of just saying, oh, he was killed off screen. Because there was the attack on the camp, wasn't there? Around
you say that's the lazy way.
Right.
That is not the lazy way. Lazy way is highly speculated about option B, which is a flashback.
Oh God, who's it going to be?
Well, they don't. If you do it as flashback, you could literally be anyone.
Yeah, as anyone.
Because Fear the Walking Dead set when the outbreak occurred.
Carol's husband.
Why?
What a ledge. Wife beater, steak eater. He was a fucking prick.
Stop projecting.
No way, man. Like, it's my father issues, and now I pass it on to the.
Oh, yeah, it could be a complete flashback. Or they reckon it could be Madison because she lived in Alabama, which is obviously
yeah, fair one.
Near where everything.
But to be honest, I don't know where every single cast member was from originally post-war.
Well, exactly, it gives them scope, doesn't it? They can just do whatever they want.
You know what? As much as we crapped on it, I'm excited to see it because I think that they're two very strong series. They have been, like ambling downhill fairly, like quite considerably in recent months.
Relatable, but
yeah, right. But at the same time, I will check this out.
I think it's a crossover. It'll be something completely non-committal. They're going to make it out to be a big deal. It'll just be a nice little bit of fan service or a little nod and a wink here. It'll not be anybody major. You wouldn't think. Prove us wrong.
Yeah.
But it could be anything. It's not going to beat my favourite crossover of all time.
Which is?
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Right.
Hannah Montana and That's So Raven all did a crossover together, and it was called...
F*** off, did
It's all called That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana.
Did they actually?
That's, 3-way crossover they did in the hotel.
That sounds legit, actually. I would actually be keen to watch that. Okay, the benchmark has been set, AMC. Prove us wrong. And anyway, that's been the news. Let us know what you think about The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, whether or not you like which series, which ones you don't like, and who you think is going to be in the crossover.
Let us know the best way to peel an orange as well, because I failed miserably this morning.
Yes, and for more life hacks and just teaching us how to be... You're 30.
You're 30?
Yeah, and I can peel a f***ing orange. Get me one. Get me one right now. That's been the news. I'll see you. We'll speak to you soon. See you later. I will get a f***ing orange.
I'll wait. Go on. I'll wait.